this equipment will be able to monitor directly from the network of the operators, so that it will give the operators as well as the general public, give them a fair assessment of the level of quality of the network of the operators, and therefore enable the operators to be able to make better and well-informed choices as to which networks, provides the better quality.
Nicola Jata has more on why quality of service is particularly important to both providers and consumers.
By having a good quality of service, you are empowering the customer to make sure that once he makes the call, he has crystal clear communication from end to beginning and terminate it when he wants, not due to external forces. The customer wants to ensure that he has value for money. Because if you call from one network to another, or from one, if you call your other party, it's money that you spend.
The quality of service guidelines demanded by Gambians for better informed choices as to which GSM company delivers better quality services was developed over a period of 3 years prior to its validation last October. The 7 key performance indicators as to which GSM company provides quality service would be made available to the general public as indicated by the quality of service monitoring network equipment. The reason is that consumers, when become more informed about their rights, they become more demanding in respect to provision of quality of services. Nicola explained the parameters the new system can monitor.
You have the call success rate is one parameter. Call setup is another parameter. Call drop is another parameter. Handing over your call is another parameter. Another parameter that's of importance is traffic channel. As you move around, as you want to make communication, the system should give you a traffic channel so that you can be able to make your call onto that channel. Another important parameter is congestion. Congestion is a very important parameter. Another parameter is signaling, so that wherever you are, the system should know, where you are and hand you over to another one. So these are all simplified parameters which the system can monitor.
At the end of the day, the consumer will be satisfied and the service provider also will be satisfied. The consumer will be satisfied in the sense that he or she has the chance to monitor whichever provider services him or her better.
The quality of service initiative is understood to have come at a time when a number of jurisdictions in Africa are grappling with the issue of striking a balance between meeting universal service objective for the provision of quality telecommunication services on the continent. As such, the ultimate goal for this investment on statistical data on quality of service offered by GSM companies in the Gambia is for the provision of maximum consumer and GSM service satisfaction. Louis Mendy, GRTS.
The Jammeh Family Youth Association, a youth group in Sarakunda, Tuesday presented a finale to the first mother, Aja Fatu Asombi Bojang. Fatu Jassa reports members of the youth group were celebrating Christmas.
Father shows are hugely important events during Christmas celebration. It brings people of different religions. Not only Christians come together to have a feel of the real celebrations of the feast. The Jammeh Family Youth Association took part in the festivities with the presentation of a beautiful crafted funnel to the first mother, Aja Fatu Asombi Bojang. The funnel, named after the first mother, jubilant youths in singing and dancing mood trot from Kololi to the first mother's residence, where they presented the edifice to the members of the first family. The Secretary General of the Jammeh Family Youth Association outlined the founding of the association. He further expressed gratitude to the first mother, Aja Fatu Asombi Bojang, for her diligent efforts towards the success of the association.
During the presidential dialogue with the people talk, not actually campaign, His Excellency the President now came to Serekunda West for his to meet people the countrywide tour. Now that's where the initial stages of the formation of the Jammeh family. People have been already choosing the surname of Jammeh, and he's acknowledged that association to be formed immediate effect. And they have taken a huge amount of money to give the association, which is called Jammeh Family. That's born the association, which was during the campaign, presidential tour. That was the very day in Serekunda West Mini Stadium. That's where the very day Jammeh Family was formed.
The vice president of the association also expressed sincere delight at the tremendous support rendered to the association by His Excellency Chair Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya Jammeh. Deputy Director General of Gambia Radio and Television Services, on behalf of the First Mother, presented a cash amount to the members of the association. The presentation ceremony, which attracted youths from all over the Serekunda West constituency and government officials, was colorful and exciting show of a day youths from across the religious divide engaged in light-hearted celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ. For GRTS News, I am Fatou Jassi.
Well, participants of the second annual Livestock and Horticulture Stakeholders Meeting, convened by the Livestock Horticulture Development Project, have been touring project sites in the North Bank region to assess the impact of project implementation and progress made. Our Samuel Ba accompanied the tour party, and this is his report.
It is the second annual consultative meeting for farmers convened by the Livestock and Horticulture Development Project under the Ministry of Agriculture. The Livestock and Horticulture Development Project is a government project with funding support from international donor partners. It is a follow-up of the widely credited and phased-out peri-urban smallholder improvement project. The 3-day seminar of farmer representatives from across the country was anchored on two fronts of collectively assessing the status of project implementation as well as general discussions on ways of enhancing productivity in the sector.
Farmers here, you see, they come from all parts of the Gambia. All the regions are represented here, particularly the farmers. We are here basically on two fronts. One, last year about this time, we gathered at Genoy to set ourselves targets of what we are going to do 2012. This is the project and the farmers together. Now 2012 is winding up. December 31st is too close. We said we need to call these farmers back as a team and assess ourselves collectively where we went wrong, where we made gains, and what we could do to improve on our 2013 activities. And that's why we are here. We have farmers represented from all the sectors, whether you are involved in piggery, in poultry, in small ruminants, that's sheep and goats, or in horticulture. These are the farmers here. And they are guided by the different regional agricultural directors who are the front line for this project on the ground.
The Livestock and Horticulture Development Project is an offshoot of the Peri-Urban Smallholder Improvement Project that was mainly centered in the West Coast region. However, agric officials disclosed that the intervention of IFAD has enabled the project reach countrywide coverage.
LHDP is mandated and is tasked to give improvement, to help farmers improve their livelihood in the areas of horticulture, small ruminants, that's sheep and goats, pigs and poultry. These are the major activities. And now, with the intervention of IFAD, it has become entirely countrywide issue. From Carton to Koina, if we may call it.
The chief of Ilyasa district, Alhaji Ibrahima Ansujame, described the project as a creditable one, enabling rural people to overcome poverty. He urged participants to critically look at ways of further improving on the progress made. The governor of the North Bank region commended the funding partners, notably IFAD and ADB, for their continued support to the country's efforts of food security. Governor Jammeh maintained that the foundation for sustainable development likely depends on investments in the agricultural sector, a vision shared by the leadership of the country. While commending the women folk for their efforts in the country's green offensive, he also reminded them of the need to step up efforts in molding the country's future leaders of impeccable social standing. The official statement soon followed presentations and group discussions on constraints, best practices, and the way forward for small ruminants, poultry, piggery, and horticultural productions. Samuel Ba, GRTS.
The Fashion for Africa project recently staged its second fashion competition in the Gambia. The event, which attracted 23 young capable contestants, was purposely organized to help fashion designers improve on their skills. Fatou Jassi tells us more.
A night full of glamour, characterized by majestic catwalks by top models within the country's young fashion industry.
Isn't she beautiful?
She is.